Hello, what's up guys, and welcome back to another video. As you can see here, this is the new iPad Pro. Now, I just got this last week, pretty much on the second day of launch, and since then I've been enjoying it tremendously, and I thought that I'd give you my initial thoughts after the first couple of days. Now, to be honest, I'm not going to spend too much time going through benchmarks and tech specs and all that good stuff. There are hundreds of videos already out about that. If you want to see one, definitely leave a comment down below and I'll make one. But really, I want to focus on what's this iPad do differently, what am I going to use it for, and maybe give you a couple general ideas of what you might want to use it for. So anyway, let's get into it. First, I just want to talk about how it feels and how it feels differently than the previous iPads, which is probably pretty easy to guess. It's freaking huge. That's what she said. When you first pick it up, you will notice how essentially comically huge this thing is. It almost feels like it was a prototype for the original iPad that someone soon threw away because they said, no one's gonna buy that, that's way too huge. But once you get it in your actual hands and you turn that screen on, it is just a gorgeous display. This thing has more pixels in it than a 12-inch MacBook with Retina display, a 13-inch Retina MacBook Pro, and even a 15-inch MacBook Pro with Retina display. There are so many pixels in this thing, it's crazy. Yep, still can't see any pixels. Another big aesthetic difference between this is the actual speakers. Now you'll notice here, if you look on either side, there is not one, not two, not three, but 4 speakers busting out true stereo sound. It's pretty incredible when you think about that this is a tablet. Sure, it's not going to replace your home entertainment system anytime soon, but for on-the-go entertainment and media, this is freaking incredible. Yes, that just happened. The things you do to get views on YouTube. That's what this world has come to. Alright guys, well like I said, I'm no audio professional, but these speakers sound pretty damn good to me. As someone who's used every other generation of iPad, a lot of different laptops and smartphones, these sound pretty incredible. So if you want to disagree with me, that's totally fine, but they're pretty sweet, in my opinion. So moving on to actually the main kind of entree to this video, if I can give it a metaphor. Can the iPad Pro compare, beat, whatever you want to say, a Wacom Cintiq? Now if you're unfamiliar with Wacom, they create tablets for designers, photographers, really a lot of people and artists in the creative world. They have everything ranging from a little $50 Bamboo to the professional Intuos, and the Cintiq is their full-blown professional kind of line of tablets. Now these tablets aren't like an iPad or a Surface Pro. They actually connect to your computer, so Windows or Mac or anything else, and you, instead of using a mouse to draw, you use an actual pen, and it feels like pen and paper, and they're amazing. I've used Wacom for many years now, and the Intuos series is awesome. But I've always had my eye on the Cintiq, and when I started hearing rumors about the iPad Pro, I was like, that's interesting. I wonder if it could take its place. The Cintiqs range in price all the way from $799, which is where the iPad Pro starts, all the way up to over $3 grand. Now, I'm not going to sit here and compare feature, spec, and everything to the Cintiq, because frankly I don't care about that type of stuff. All I want to know is, can it actually function in the same way? Can I use this to edit the raw photos, which are pretty big raw files from my Nikon D800, using the iPad Pro? Can it fit into my editing workflow? Now, I'm going to do this in one of really 2 ways, or 2 ways combination. I'm not really quite sure yet. The Adobe apps that Adobe has been releasing the past year or so have been incredible. They've really stepped up their game as far as features and performance, and actually taking advantage of the power that Apple's putting into these different tablets, and same with Microsoft and the Surface and every other type of professional tablet out there. The new Adobe apps, you can do so much, some stuff that you can't even do in full-fledged Photoshop on the computer. The Photoshop Fix app is new, Adobe Capture, all that good stuff. I will be utilizing on here, and then basically through Creative Cloud syncing over to my main Mac. Now, to give it a true Cintiq-esque style feature of actually using full-fledged Photoshop on my computer and editing using a Apple Pencil once that comes in, dear God, Apple, 4 to 5 weeks, come on, that's the whole point of buying the iPad. Anyway, once I can start using a different stylus and things like that on it, I'm going to use an app called Astro Pad. Now, Astro Pad I've been playing with on my phone recently because it's free. The iPad version's $20, which is nothing for what this thing does. And if it works, then I will absolutely be picking that up in the very near future. Basically, through Wi-Fi, or if you want to connect via the Lightning to USB cable, you can actually mirror your computer's Mac operating system to the iPad, which is insane. You basically are getting touch interface Mac OS, which is what a lot of people wanted running on the iPad Pro to begin with. But anyway, there's virtually no lag from what I can tell from my, very unscientific tests. And it runs pretty much smoothly. Buttery smooth, speaking English, yes. You can choose parts of the display to mirror or all of it. You can pinch and zoom, and it's very, very efficient. And so I'll definitely be playing with that a lot more. If you want to see an in-depth review of Astro Pad, definitely note down in the comments below, and I will create that for you guys. Bigger screens mean more fingerprints. Well guys, that is my first impressions video and kind of the first of many videos showing off the iPad Pro. I know I didn't go super in depth to the Wacom Cintiq versus this. This is kind of just a little teaser and talking about the general idea to hopefully, jumpstart some ideas in your head. If you have any ideas of how I could incorporate this in different ways, please let me know down in the comments. I love creative thinking. I love starting conversations. One thing I want to throw out there too is you'll definitely see a lot more videos coming out and about because I actually quit my full-time job. And while YouTube may not sustain me full-time just yet, initial focus is going to be my primary job. It's my full-time gig, so no more waiting 1 month just for a single video. Yeah, that's just not going to cut it anymore, is it, YouTube? Alright, well, this concludes this video, so I will check you guys in the next one. Have a fantastic rest of your day.